I want to tell you another true story about someone's journey to generosity. I was teaching a financial class in my church, and I was telling people to learn to give to God first from whatever they had. But my friend Bob told me that that was impossible. With the cost of everything going up and the difficulty of the economy, there's no way that he could give to God first. But I encouraged Bob. I said, Bob, everything I know about the Bible and about God and about God's people is that's the right thing to do. Well, Bob said that he could not agree with that, and he left the class a little upset. That night he called me on the telephone and he said, Brian, were you serious? Do you really think that Christians should give to God first as their highest financial priority? And I said, Bob, I do. Well, Bob said, but Brian, if I do that, who's going to pay my bills? Who's going to take care of me? How am I going to make things work? I said, Bob, I don't know, but I know that somehow God will show himself faithful and true to you. Bob said to me, well, Brian, I'll only do this under one condition. And I said, what's that? He said, you have to start a Tither support group at our church. I said, a Tither support group? Bob, what is that? He said, you know where we can get together and tell everybody how bad it is and how terrible life is and how hard it is with our finances? Well, I told Bob, I said, Bob, we'll start that support group. It'll be a support group of 2. It'll be you and God. And Bob said, Brian, what does God have to do with this? I said, Bob, everything. God has everything to do with you learning to open your hands and give to God, and then allowing God to show himself to you as your provider. Bob began a journey, and you know what? God encouraged him. He had many, many stories of how God provided for him, and Bob became a generous person. I hope this story encourages you.